Hello there, my beautiful Leo signs. This is Rachel with Dark Knight Coaching. Today's video is a traditional Celtic cross spread. I pulled some clarifiers if they come flying out, and they did. So there's a lot of messages here. For some of you, this is about love, self-care, those sorts of things, and moving forward out of old mindsets. For others of you, this is about the trials and tribulations that you're going through as you're going through these shifts and these changes. Now, there's a lot of energy here that's divine feminine, but we have both divine masculine and divine feminine energies inside of us. So take this message as it resonates. If it doesn't feel like it's your energy, it might be someone's energy in your surroundings. Now, before I get on the camera, I meditate on your energy using music, and the song that I was guided to listen to was Glory by Nates, Naits. So you might want to check out that song and those lyrics, because it's all about kind of being the lion and the lamb here, Leo, and going through like the trials and tribulations of life. And there's a lot of shifts here. Now there's something about a medallion or some sort of watch. I'm just getting a watch. Some of you, I'm getting cold chills too. So this might be a watch of a passed on loved one. It could be like a nice fancy watch, or it just could be like an old school watch or a pocket watch of some sort, because the medallion is here. And then before, when I was getting onto your energy, there was something about a very expensive watch, a Rolex or something like that. But I think there's also a mention of a watch in the lyrics of the song Glory. So something about that, or some sort of medallion or symbol. It could be a necklace that you wear as well, because that medallion to me looks like some sort of necklace or a pendant. But then the Ankh came out, and it made me think of my Ankh necklace that I wear sometimes. And the Ankh is basically a toroidal symbol of energy. So a toroid is a torus field, basically, and the Ankh is the symbol of eternal life. Now, a lot of people mistakenly think the Ankh is like a witchy symbol, which kind of I find hilarious, because that's the fear-based fear-mongering of religion. But the Ankh is actually very much so a Christian symbol of eternal life. And if you Google it, you'll find that. But it's also an Egyptian symbol of eternal life. And it's also tied to the Tesla coil. If you look up and Google a Tesla coil, it's also the same shape as an Ankh. Which I could talk about the quantum physics of that all day, and the symbology of I guess it's this symbolic message of eternal energy, which is written all over the pyramid walls in Egypt and things like that. So the Ankh represents the key to all hidden knowledge, and the loop symbolizes the eternal soul, as it has no beginning and it has no end. We are all energetic beings. We sometimes just cannot access or remember our past life experiences, but chances are we've all been here before on this earth, trying to make a mark and elevate the energy. Now, glory is an interesting thing, Leo, especially for your energy, because I feel like you are the lion typically, but I feel like at some points you've had to be the lamb lately. And sometimes, Leo, when that comes to you and your confidence, you might feel like you're being led to slaughter. But that, I think, is an emotional thing that you're trying to absorb. But I feel like for a lot of you, it ties to your feminine aspects, your mother wounds, basically, from childhood. And that's what I feel like you're really stepping over or stepping through at this time, because you're coming to terms with your past and your experiences. And that is a huge shift for you, like a major positive trajectory. So this card says, I'm at peace with my past. And then let me go ahead. I'm going to dive into tarot now, but I just felt guided to share some of those oracle messages for you. Now, in this Celtic cross spread, your current vibe is the Fool. This is starting a new chapter, starting a new journey. And the challenge here is 6 of Wands. It's accepting your victory and your success here. That is a challenge for you, which is interesting, because it's like maybe this wasn't the life you had planned, but it is the life that you need to accept now and to fully embrace, because there is a victory here, even if it feels like you're starting over. a lot of people will be stuck in a relationship or a situation based on complacency and comfortability, and they never actually do any growing. And I feel like you have grown because of a person or a situation. The foundation of this energy is the King of Cups. So maybe you had a loved one, a connection. Maybe somebody passed away. Maybe somebody moved on out of a relationship. But I feel like in your past energy, it was a good thing because there's something here about maybe they were slow to communicate their needs or their wants in a relationship, or they were just not not up to speed with what it is that you were wanting, and they weren't matching your energy. So I feel like you kind of understood that and discerned that they were not going to be compatible for you in the long haul, and you left a situation because you have the Six of Swords here, which is like sailing from choppy waters out of like a FWB situation into something that is going to be more fruitful for you, because you also have the Sun here. So it's like knowing your worth, knowing your value, knowing what you're going to put up with and what you're not. In your subconscious, you have the Seven of Pentacles, which is a great card to have, Leo. This is like, is the juice worth the squeeze? And I feel like you've really discerned and decided that it wasn't, and you're moving out of old patterns into something new. Because in your present energy, you also have the Four of Swords and the Empress. This tells me you're healing your divine feminine energy, because Four of Swords is healing, resting, recuperating, reflecting, contemplation even, and the Empress is all about fertility, divine goddess, your feminine energy. I think of this as the mother wounds card, basically. So if there was like, maybe you were attracted to people who were like your caregivers when you grew up, which sounds kind of strange to say, but it's a psychological thing. So when we are growing up from the ages of 0 to 7, it was basically like a computer program. We're getting programmed on how to love, how to expect loved, and how we receive and give love to other people. And when we have had caregivers who are toxic, or have abandoned us, or we're not secure within themselves and didn't know how to love themselves, then we repeat those patterns until we can break the cycle. And I feel like you're really, really doing that, Leo, because you are seeing very clearly where it is you went wrong in the past and why it is you chose and made the decisions you made. There's a song, what's it called? Crooked the Road. You might want to check out that song or the video, Crooked the Road. I think I did that recording for, who was it? Aries. Aries might be significant for you. But the song Crooked the Road is probably very symbolic of the journey that you're experiencing right now as well. Now, I like to also reference the Witch's Road song, which is the ballad from the Marvel show Agatha All Along. I think I really like that show because it has a lot of maiden mother crone references, which are tied to the lunar phases, which is tied to our emotions and the cycles that we go through in life as we're learning lessons and things like that, which kind of seems like a weird tangent, but it's not, because it's also tied to healing your subconscious mother wounds and those sorts of things, and becoming basically the master of your emotions. And that's what a witch is. They are a master of their emotions. And in this patriarchal world that we live in, when a woman embraces her power and truly taps into her higher self and her high priestess divine god energy, she is deemed a witch, instead of being called a master alchemist or a wizard or a magician or anything. Basically you tap into that Christ consciousness level, and when you're a woman and you do it, you're deemed a witch, and when you're a man, when you do it, you're deemed God. So that's kind of the nature of the reality that we're in right now, which is shifting, because we're in Aquarius, the age of Aquarius, which is all about shifting traditional belief systems and values, and that's what we're shifting out of. We're shifting out of this patriarchal capitalistic society, and we're moving into something new, because we're all shifting individually, which is it's affecting the collective energy. And you are the Hanged Man right now, Leo, and you're seeing things from a different angle. And if you're a male watching this, this is the same, this is a message that resonates, because we all have feminine and masculine energy, and it's about harmonizing those and finding a good balance. Now, the Star card is tied to healing. It's also tied to wish fulfillment, and it's tied to Aquarius energy as well. So something about Aquarius energy, which is the humanitarian aspects of ourselves basically, is very vital at this time. Now, what's in your power and control here? It's there's a choice to make, or there was a choice to make, or a choice you're still making here, Leo, and it's about being true to yourself. Maybe you feel like you're stuck between a rock and a hard place. You can't really see the way forward, but there are many options. So don't feel too tied down to like option A or B. There's still the whole alphabet to choose from. And how do people see you? They see you as the Queen of Swords energy, which is a very like calm, cool, calculating queen. She might be very like pious or set in her ways, but she's also very generous when she needs to be. So it's like that fine balance between the lion and the lamb energy. That's kind of what the Queen of Swords means to me. Now, in your hopes and fears, you have lots of cards. You have Temperance, Sagittarius energy. This is about finding balance and harmony and patience and things. I also kind of like to think of this card as balancing the 3D and the spiritual realm, which is the 5D. And it's clarified by the World and the 7 of Wands. So some of you are really having to stand up for your belief systems, for your values, for your ethics, for your morals, or just stand up for yourself in general. And the World is about closing out a cycle or completion. Now, I feel like this is some sort of karmic completion that you've had either with a mother figure or a father figure or a partner or all of the above. Because once you've done this like healing and this Empress energy and you've truly healed those mother wounds, you're going to know how to love yourself on such a deep level that you're not going to accept any offers of love that aren't up to snuff. Now, in the potential outcome here, you have the Judgment card. Is your heart lighter than a feather, Leo? If you don't hesitate, then that's a yes. You should make sure your intentions are always pure and good. And, sometimes we are naive with our intentions and we don't mean to hurt someone or harm someone or, bring out someone's shadows. But that, us triggering other people by living our true, authentic lives isn't our problem. And make sure you're aware that like everyone will have their judgment day. You never usually need to seek revenge or vengeance because people will naturally like tell on themselves, and karma is a thing that will play out maybe not in this lifetime but in the next one. And I don't feel like there's anything you have to do to get back at anyone for deceiving you or betraying you, as long as you're being like true to yourself and honest and open. Don't forget you have a voice and it's there for a reason. So if there's something you didn't like or somebody treated you a certain way and you didn't like it, you can voice that opinion. It's not always met well, but that's not your problem. So very cool energy. You have the I'm going to dive into the oracle cards now. But make sure you like this video and subscribe if it's resonated. It helps my channel grow and I greatly appreciate it. If you're interested in a one-on-one coaching session, please feel free to reach out. You can book that with me on my website. If you're interested in a personalized tarot reading, I can do that on my website as well. Let's see. Oh, I have a competition. So if you want to enter to win a free reading, make sure you comment on this video and I will pull a winner on December 1st. Now you have the Observer card from the Wisdom Oracle deck. This is about observing your thoughts. This is about seeing, watching your thoughts, maybe not judging every single thought that comes in and why, but just like noticing them. It's number 49, but there also might be something significant about the number 13. 1313 might be significant. And then you have full moon in Cancer. A personal issue reaches resolution. Something about Cancer time frame. Maybe in May or June, you might have been dealing with something and it's coming full circle. So something about that is shifting. And even Taurus time frame might be significant as well. Now you have the solar plexus card, which is tied to your willpower, basically. This is about prayer, but this to me is about manifesting. So having pure thoughts, pure intentions, and setting a trajectory or some sort of like setting an agenda or having an idea of what it is you want to manifest. Sometimes that can be done through like a vision board or making a list, like a bucket list of things you want to accomplish, things like that. It's kind of about turning lemons into lemonade as well, because it's about taking the negative, alchemizing it, turning it into something positive, and really moving forward. Now, the third eye intuition card I have for you is Identify. It says, think back to the last time you faced a situation like this and how did you deal with it then, and will that approach work now? So think about what the old version of you would do and what the new version does. And then you have number 61, inner truth. And then I don't know if I said this one or not. It says, I am at peace with my past. So I feel like there's a lot of acceptance happening here. Inner truth. Oh, I had this one for, who did I have this for? I think I had this card for the collective as well. So there might be something about a flower, or Moby, the artist, Moby Dick, maybe. You might want to watch that video as well. But this one is about piglets and fishes are symbols of wealth, plenty, and luck, often used in offerings to the spirits. You are in the state of committed connectedness, and you can trust that you will be provided for. Success in ongoing adventures and insight to be in the right place at the right time are both manifestations of your inner truth. Where do you place your trust, and what feels true? And that's just coming, not only with your head and your heart working cohesively, but that's coming with your divine connection to spirit. So, and I just saw 555 on the recording clock. So that is typically a number of change, which can also kind of be tied to like chaos and conflict if we're not fully absorbing the change and the shifts that are happening for us at this time. But that's what I have for you, Leo. Hopefully this video helped. If it did, please again, smash that like button. It helps my channel grow and I greatly appreciate it. And I will see you next time.